This is Aaron with ANET Computers from ANETcomputers.com with another potential fix for a common computer issue and or problem you might be receiving. This one today deals with web-based mail. Login webmail, having problems accessing your webmail today. Today I'm going to show you some solutions to fix your problem of being unable to access your web mail. You may still be able to access other websites successfully, but for some reason you cannot access your webmail account. If you cannot get your webmail account to work and get a message that, quote, this program is not responding, unquote, with Microsoft Internet Explorer, you can try downloading and installing an alternate web browser. So really quickly, if you think it's browser specific and you don't have another web browser installed on your computer, you can certainly download Chrome, Safari, Firefox, etc. Let's say you only have Internet Explorer and you think it might be browser specific. You could try to quickly download Firefox, Chrome, Safari, whichever other Opera, whichever other web browser you choose. You can change your web browser to Mozilla Firefox, for example. And this link works, and I'll show it to you. It just takes you to the download Mozilla Firefox link for you. It might be convenient. And then in a description of this YouTube video, I will make sure that I include this link to my website with all these links and these instructions so that you can read it if you need to on your own time. Another possible fix is for you to select a Tools menu option in Internet Explorer and then select Internet Options. So you just go to Tools and then Internet Options. In Internet Options, click on a Delete Cookies button and let it delete your web browser cookies. You can also delete your history and your temp files. So that might be something that you could try since you're already in the Tools Internet Options. You can delete your cookies, delete your history, and delete any cached files. You could also run a utility like CCleaner or whatever your favorite PC cleanup software that you prefer. You could run a scan, a cleanup scan, and a registry scan, but I would say cleaning up your cache files with CCleaner might become productive. Next, click on Delete Files button and let it delete your temporary internet files. Finally, click OK when an hourglass disappears and Internet Explorer is finished deleting all your files. Close Internet Explorer and reopen it. I've noticed in some of Microsoft's newer web browsers, when you click on Delete and then when you click on OK, that hourglass will sit there and run and run and run. It highly recommended that you wait until the hourglass disappears. Then you'll get a pop-up window. You see down here below, if you were using Internet Explorer, right about where my mouse cursor is, you would see a yellow window and it tells you, oh, we have finished deleting all your temporary internet files or whatever that message is. Wait until you see that message, then close Internet Explorer, then open it back up, and then try to access your webmail, and hopefully you can access it now. If you cannot, then we continue. If that doesn't fix that problem, you can try to see if you might have more than one instance of iexplorer.exe running. So that's iexplore.exe. You can hit your Control-Alt-Delete keys at the same time, which will open up a window. In that window, select Task Manager. So you want to go into Task Manager. So a quick way to get into Task Manager is just hit Control-Alt-Delete, hold down those three keys at the same time. Once you get into Task Manager, go into Processes, and then look for iexplorer.exe, spelled the same way right here that I highlighted. You might have multiple instances of it. You'll see 2 or 3 or 4 or however many. You want to kill all of them. Once you kill all of them, you don't want to leave any of them running. Then And then finally, when you kill the last one, it should close Internet Explorer. Then open up Internet Explorer. Now you might be able to access your web-based mail. That might have been what was causing that problem to begin with. It is because in the background there was too many instances of IE Explorer.exe running. And then I continue on with this blog post detailing how to kill processes. In Windows Task Manager, look to see if more than one IEXPLORE or IE Explorer process is running. Click on a Processes tab, then click on an Image Name tab to sort those processes alphabetically. Highlight any and all IE Explorer.exe processes and click on End Process one by one. After you killed all those IE Explorer.exe processes, open up Internet Explorer and try to access your email. If you're trying to access Yahoo Webmail, you may receive done and, quote, opening page about, blank, unquote, messages when trying to access your Yahoo email account. You can browse to a troubleshooting webpage for Yahoo Mail. So the last part of that paragraph now has to deal with more specifically, succinctly, Yahoo Webmail. So you might receive those two messages, and then you won't be able to access Yahoo Webmail. This is a generic webmail image that I found on the internet. This could be from cPanel, Control Panel, or cPanel, but your web-based mail obviously will probably look different than this. It could be Hotmail, MSN, Yahoo, Outlook. Maybe your company you work for has web-based Outlook email. So anyways, continuing on, you can follow all those troubleshooting steps you want to, but switch back to Yahoo Mail Classic by opting out of Yahoo Mail, unquote, and, quote, check your email and Yahoo Mail Classic, unquote, will hopefully get you into your mailbox successfully. So let's go. This is a link to Yahoo Help, login loop. And I'll go over this really quickly. This might be your issue. This might be what's causing your problem, and you're not able to log into Yahoo web-based mail. Login loop, the sign-in box continues to reappear. Does the sign-in page reload each time you try to sign in? We know this can be frustrating. We're here to help. Here are some things to try. Number one, on the sign-in page, click sign in as a different user. Once you're signed out, simply re-enter your ID and password. Number two, clear your internet browser's cache and cookies, which I already went over instructions on Internet Explorer. For Chrome, Safari, Opera, Firefox, those instructions aren't specific, so you'll have to find out how to clear your browser cache and cookies for Firefox, Opera, Safari, Chrome, etc. web browsers. Close and reopen your browser and try to sign in again. If that doesn't work, number three, try a different sign-in page. For example, Yahoo account, Yahoo Mail, My Yahoo. So as you can see, these URLs are different. So they have different sign-in pages. I've actually had to use this kind of a solution before. Something, I don't know if there was some email that was corrupted in my Yahoo account, some snafu, and I couldn't log in. So these are three separate links. If you're having problems logging into Yahoo web-based mail, you can try these three different logins. Hopefully one of them will work. Number four, access each of the above sign-in pages from a different browser or computer. To help eliminate the possibility of an issue with your computer or browser settings. Yes, let's say you tried all three of these login links with Internet Explorer and it just no bueno, muy mal, no good, you weren't able to sign in. You could try Firefox, Mozilla Firefox, and hopefully you'll be able to log in with one of those links, or Safari or Opera, etc. See, what could happen, it could be an issue with your email account. Something's corrupt or something's just not right. So by you being able to sign in with another web browser, then you can access your email if it's an emergency. Well, then when you sign out or whatever, you close out of that other web browser, then you might actually be able to sign in again into Yahoo with your original web browser that you noticed that problem, which in this case could have been Internet Explorer. So number 4, access. I already read that. And then yes, obviously if you have another computer, multiple computers, it could be computer specific. So you might save yourself a lot of time. Go to your second computer, try to access your webmail, and then especially if it's an emergency. And then bam, you're able to sign in. And then maybe you might only have to just clear your browser's cache and cookies on that one computer that you're having problems accessing your web-based mail. Well then, since it could have been a problem with your email account or some strange corruption or just something strange, well then it might work again since you used a second computer to finally access that mail account. Number 5, if you have another Yahoo ID, try signing in with that ID to see if you are experiencing the same issue with that ID as well. Yes, that's just a process of elimination. It could be a specific problem with that particular web mail account. If you have a second Yahoo account, maybe your spouse or a friend or whoever, a coworker, they're able to log in with their account. That tells you right away that it's a problem with your specific email account. And then in a description of this YouTube video, I'm going to have a link to my blog post on my website, anetcomputers.com, where you can quickly access that link, because these might be useful tips for you. And then you can try these links, and they're right there. They're easy to get to. Continuing on, you can try accessing your email from a generic Yahoo page. It's pretty basic, but hopefully you can read your email for now until you find a solution where you will be able to use Yahoo Mail Classic or a newer Yahoo Mail. There is actually a generic Yahoo Mail, because some person, an individual that I helped fix their issue with their webmail, they tried all sorts of different tactics. They couldn't log in, so that I had to perform some research, or I had to look into a problem that they were having, and this is where I found out that Yahoo has a generic, and it's generic. Look at it. It still works. I mean, this is just a generic Yahoo email login page. There's nothing fancy. And then you might be able to access your email account, hopefully. But it does exist. If you by chance have any toolbars like a Yahoo toolbar installed or Google's toolbar, sometimes those toolbars can create problems with certain websites. To remove any problematic toolbar, or bars, plural, you would go to Start, then Control Panel, then Add Remove Programs in Control Panel. You could remove any toolbars, i.e., for example, Yahoo toolbar, and try accessing your email via a following link, and then you can bookmark that login page to access your email. These instructions were specifically for Windows XP. These instructions right here, where you go to Start, Control Panel, and Remove Programs, but they could be useful if you're using Vista 7 or 8, but Vista 7 and 8 aren't the exact same process to get to Add Remove Programs. In Vista 7 and 8, I think it's actually Programs and Features. You want to look for Programs and Features in Control Panel. I have no idea why Microsoft renamed Add Remove Programs to Programs and Features, but they did. So this is just a basic Yahoo link, as you can see, and that's the normal Yahoo login page that a lot of you probably have seen, but it's not generic. So, and then this other link that I'm about to get to, it's the same link, so I'm not going to open it because it goes to the same exact login page. Another possibility would be to log into your email via Yahoo Webmail and then either clicking on Mail at very top left corner or hovering your mouse over a mail icon under Personal Assistant and then waiting for it to list your emails. Once it's done, then click on an email to try to open it. If you are not having any other issues like this with other websites, then I think it's possible there is a problem with your specific email account on Yahoo servers, which does occasionally happen. Yes, that can happen. That's why I would recommend going to that generic login. And then a caveat is that Microsoft, they changed their web-based mail interface a lot. Hotmail, MSN Mail. Same thing with Yahoo. These instructions might not work right now, but they might be useful just to kind of as a generalization to hopefully fix your problem. But as far as interfaces, even Yahoo changes their interface. But hopefully they keep their generic email. And then there's also a couple other different types of Yahoo Mail that you can keep. They have a newer one, but you don't have to necessarily upgrade to it. And then I think you can still downgrade. So, and then this is part of this blog post. If you have another Yahoo email account or a family member has a different Yahoo account, you could try signing into that account to see if it's specific to your account. Most of these fixes for your web mail problem are specific to Yahoo Webmail, but could certainly be used as stepping stones for other webmail providers. And then some of these tips were for Windows XP, but certainly might be able to help you for Vista 7 or 8. Now, I think it was up here where I specified I think it's called Classic. Yes, right here. Now, if you are able to access, here's a possible fix. You might not be able to get into your Yahoo-based webmail with your normal login account, Yahoo's normal login account, which I showed you. You might have to use their generic because basically, let me try and explain it. Their newer web-based mail has a lot of functionality. I think it might use Ajax or JavaScript, and that might be causing problems. So that from my understanding, their generic email login is generic. I mean, and then if you do log in, you'll know what I'm talking about. You don't get that interface is different. You might not get the bells and whistles that you get with Yahoo's newer email system. So you might have to log in with the generic login. Then what you want to do, you might want to switch back to Yahoo Mail Classic by opting out of Yahoo Mail. So there's an option to switch back to Yahoo Mail Classic. Their newer email account might be, it could have to there might be a problem with your Yahoo Mail account. Switching back to Classic might fix it. And then also vice versa. Maybe you can go from backwards to forwards, and then there's an option to check your email in Yahoo Mail Classic. So you might want to try to log in with that generic login page and then start switching back and forth. I've actually had to do it. When I first, I think, started using Yahoo Mail's newer, I don't use their newest email system. I don't like it. It's kind of similar to Microsoft's newer email system. I think it has Ajax or JavaScript. You might have a nice looking menu at the top. You just click on the top and a drop down menu. But I don't need those bells and whistles. So one time I had to downgrade and I switched back to Yahoo Mail Classic. It's not the generic. There's like I think there's basically like 3 different Yahoo Mails. There's the generic, which a lot of people might not know about. There's the Yahoo Mail Classic, hence that word classic, meaning it's older. and then the newest version of Yahoo Mail. I do not like Yahoo's newest version. I tried it out for a while, but I noticed that it just didn't work right. Maybe it was my web browser or my computer. I use Linux a lot. Maybe it has something to do with that. I just didn't like it. I switched back to Classic, and I don't plan on, as long as Yahoo Mail doesn't force me to migrate to their quote-unquote newest email system, I'm going to stick with Classic. So anyways, hopefully these tips will help you. And then one more final comment before I leave. These tips, since they're basically really mostly for Yahoo Mail, you might be able to use this blog post as a generalization to help you with possible issues with web-based mail. Like I said earlier in this video, your corporate Outlook web-based mail, or MSN.com web-based mail, or Hotmail web-based mail, any other web-based mail. This might help you. So anyways, hopefully these tips help you fix your issue with not being able to access your web-based mail. You can always browse to anetcomputers.com for other potential tips to help you fix your most common computer problems. Thank you for listening.